right, joining me on the talking point this evening, Syed Zafar Islam is spokesperson of the BJP, Saket Gokhale, spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress, Professor Gargi Nandi Roy, political analyst, Kabir Shankar Bose, Supreme Court lawyer, and Nilanjan Das, political analyst, will also be joining us. Saket Gokhale, I'll start with you first. So it was 24 crores that was recovered first last weekend, and then subsequently 27 crores. So close to 50 crores have been recovered from two different flats, both in the name of Arpita Mukherjee. She says, rather conveniently, she has nothing to do with this money, though the flats were in her name. She didn't know who was going in and out because it was Partha Chatterjee and his people who had access to the flat. He says he has nothing to do with her. The flats were in her name. He has nothing to do with the cash, and the ED has to prove where the cash came from. It's rather convenient that, it's like left hand saying, I don't know what the right hand is doing.
Look, again, this is an ongoing investigation. And if there is one party making I don't know who it is convenient for. I don't know who's telling the truth out of both of them. But that is for the ED to determine. We are not an investigating agency. Neither are we privy to the probe as you guys seem to be. So, we don't know what Partha Chatterjee said or what Arpita Mukherjee said or who Arpita Mukherjee even is, for that matter, in connection with the party or the government. So, at the end of the day, they will make their own statements. It's for the ED to probe further and figure out who's telling the truth and who's lying.
But Saket, surely Mr. Chatterjee, as the higher secondary education minister in your government, surely couldn't have made these 50 crores in the last 5 days. No, he would have made it when he was minister, when he was in government. That is something you should have known.
Known what? Again, the money has not. Again, let me point out the facts to you. The money has been found at the residence of an Arpita Mukherjee, who is allegedly a close aide of Partha Chatterjee. How are we supposed, first of all, there is no money found at Partha Chatterjee's house. ED did not know about this until 5 days ago. How ED has access to surveillance, investigation tools, everything. Now, if the ED itself did not know, how are we as a party supposed to know? There was nothing at Partha Chatterjee's house.
So you are disassociating Partha Chatterjee and Arpita Mukherjee. You are saying that this money, howsoever it reached Arpita Mukherjee's residence, has everything to do with her, nothing to do with Partha Chatterjee.
I don't know whether it has anything to do with Partha Chatterjee. Again, you don't have to put words in my mouth. I'm clearly saying we do not know. We are not conducting a parallel, we are not doing a trial or a probe here on media. The ED should tell us.
No, because it has to be either of two things, Zafar Islam. Either this money is Partha Chatterjee's money and she's a benami for it. Of course, they will in court never accept that because he was the one who had access to to making this kind of money. And if he did, then he did it when he was minister. He's obviously not done it in the last 5 days. Or if the two of them had nothing to do with each other, then I really want to know, Syed Zafar Islam, how is it that a small-time actress who has not had any great work of any commercial success, how did she end up having 50 crore rupees in cash in two of her flats? There must be something.
Zaka, let the investigation be over. How conveniently the TMC spokesperson is speaking for and against Partha Chatterjee and against that lady. But all I would say at this point in time that let the investigation be over and you will find and you will be shocked who are the people responsible behind it. It is not only Partha Chatterjee, it's not only this lady, but it is the chief minister who is actually responsible for amassing this wealth through unfair practices. And that is something so visible. Whether Partha Chatterjee or Partha, whatever he is speaking to ED or that lady is speaking to ED, it is something which I won't comment at this point in time because the investigation is underway and truth will come out.
No, but on what basis are you saying, Zafar, that the Chief Minister is the ultimate beneficiary? On what basis are you saying that?
It's amazing how the BJP...
No, one sec. Let him respond. I'll come back to you. Zafar.
You cannot make this... See, the Chappaldhari Chief Minister cannot and her cabinet cannot make this kind of... cabinet minister cannot make that kind of money unless he or she been supported by the Chief Minister herself. It is so evident when her nephew... See, the palatial building he lives, how much money he has made in coal scam. And likewise, Partha
That
Chatterjee,
by the
these
way,
are
let
the
me
kingpin.
warn you
Actually,
that
the
this is
main
red
beneficiary is Mamata
and your
Banerjee.
No, if you have evidence, Zafar, please by all means go ahead and arrest them. No, if you think that they've made money illegally, go ahead and arrest them. So what I want, I have one legitimate question to
Zaka,
ask to Professor Gargi Roy. One second, Professor Gargi Roy.
Let me respond to that.
No, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Professor Gargi
can I
Roy.
just respond to one
there
question,
are,
please?
I believe, I'm told, I don't know.
Zaka.
1 second, Zafar, 1 second. I'll come back to you. Professor Gargi Roy, I've been told there are 40,000 people who have been on a protest for the last, I believe the protest there has crossed 500 days. These are poor people who were asking for jobs, small-time jobs, government, high school teachers, clerks, peons, etc., whose money Partha Chatterjee and his aides were collecting, and some of that money is now lying in Arpita Mukherjee's house, which has been recovered by the Enforcement Directorate. Is that plausible? I mean, because these people have been protesting for almost 2 years now.
Yes, Zaka, and that's the very sad part, The eligible youth of Bengal who passed teachers eligibility test back in 2017 and 14 are protesting, and jobs have been sold for 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs given to those who submitted blank papers. Nothing can be more sad than that. But Zaka, let us note that the buck doesn't stop here. See, in West Bengal, everything, and I reiterate here, everything happens with the inspiration of Didi. You just step into Kolkata, Zaka, just see big hoardings, all projects written Didir Anupreronay. So it is really not believable. And may I tell you, Zaka, why was Partha Chatterjee brought as the education minister in the first place? Do you know that 10 years back, in 2011, when Didi first came into power, it was Mr. Bratto Bosu, who is an actor, director, writer. He was made the education minister. But Bratto Bosu made some radical changes. He made all admissions online. That would have been really difficult because TMC Union collects money by giving admissions. So immediately within a couple of days, Bratto Bosu was removed and Partha Chatterjee was made the education minister. So this is one answer I want to ask the TMC people.
Okay.
Secondly, some days back, some officials of education department, Zaka, this I also have heard, this is alleged. Officials of education department have alleged that vice chancellors of all universities in West Bengal, barring Calcutta and Jadavpur University, that is except Calcutta and Jadavpur University, all vice chancellors are given a target to collect a money, and that money goes up to the top. If you remember, Dola Shen, the MP, she had famously said, that video was very much popular, that 75% will go up and 25% you can keep. And Didi in a meeting, she was openly heard saying, ভাগ করে খাওয়ার চেষ্টা করো সবকিছু একা খেলে হয় না means মিল বাঁটকে খাও अकेले मत खाओ. It means that whatever the booty you have, distribute among everybody.
Okay.
Don't have it alone.
No,
So,
anyway,
can you believe a chief
look, these are
minister
all
who
political,
controls everything?
allegations
listen,
and back and forth. One second, these are all political